Continuing with Photoshop, Chapter 7, this is Part B. We're on the top of page 166. We've already selected the background layer, and we're going to select the Paths tab in the Layers panel group. There is a path already made for us that is the speech path. Select it, and you'll see the line that looks like it's coming out of the model's mouth. You can zoom into that. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so that we can see what's going on. Pick up your horizontal type tool, and in the option bar, click the Right Align Text button. In the character panel, you want to select Myriad Pro Regular. Again, if you don't have that font loaded, use something that you do like. There it is, Myriad Pro Regular. Font style is regular. Size is going to be down to something much smaller. We're going to do 14, 16 points. So you're going to have to type that in. This time on our tracking, we want our tracking to be very tight. So you can click the character and paragraph panel open, and we're going to change this. The tracking last time was 100. This time it's going to be a -10. We want the text to be very close together simply so that it fits. We're going to select white for the color of the text so that it will stand out. And we also want to make this all caps, so you can select that. Move the type tool over the path, and you'll get a squiggle line instead of the straight bar. You just get that, and you want to get close to the left-hand side and click and then type in "What's new with games?" If your type tool did not latch onto that path, undo. Make sure that you have the speech path selected. Make sure that you have the proper text tool, and watch that you get that squiggle line before you click, and you should be fine. After you have your text in place, go back in and select the word games, and change the font style from regular to bold, and then click the Commit button in the options bar. Click the Layers tab to bring it forward, and select the What's New with Games layer. Go to the drop down and pick up Duplicate Layer, name it What's New with Music, and say OK. So now we have the What's New with Music that is in the same place. We're going to select the word games, oops, 2 clicks, and type in music. And now you're going to click to the commit again. This time we're going to go up, make sure you're on that same layer, go to Edit, and select Free Transform Path. That gives you those nice control handles. You're going to rotate the left of the path about 30 degrees. Go up to your proxy and click on the lower right corner of the proxy box, and then you can rotate your text upwards. And you want to get approximately a 30-degree angle up. Doesn't have to be exact, but we need enough space so that the text gets separated. And once you hit the commit or enter, you'll see the two changing. If you want to change that a little bit more, you can. You can go back in. You're going to get a different angle. But maybe you want to, again, change to the lower corner and rotate a little bit farther to get a little more separation. Okay, now that we've got that, apply your transformation, and then go back and pick up What's New with Games again, Duplicate the layer again. Name this one What's New with Phones. Get your type tool, select Games, change it to Phones. Again, you're going to hit your commit button. You're going to go to Edit, Free Transform Path. Again, click that bottom right-hand corner. This time you're going to rotate down approximately 30 degrees. And again, click your commit button, and you have the 3 lines of text. This is a good place to save. The text on the curvy path is pretty fun, but we're going to make it a little more playful. We're going to do text warping. We can distort the text in warp. We've used warp before. It works exactly the same way. We can go in and use that same type of warping option to control how we want the text to move. We're going to get that same dialog box. You've seen this before. You should have no problem doing this. Right-click on What's New with Games in the Layers panel and select Warp Text. The type uses a faux bold style. Remove that. Okay. Choose Wave from the style and select the horizontal option. Put in a bend of plus 33 or about, a horizontal distortion of approximately minus 23, and a vertical distortion of plus 5 or so, and click OK. We're going to also do What's New with Music and What's New with Phones the same way. I want to try to see, you choose your bold. Go up and choose the bold. Do not choose the faux bold, but choose the actual bold, and that will carry it through. You're going to do the same thing with phones. Make sure that you have the actual bold selected for your text type, not just this, but make sure you also have, which is your style, make sure that it's also selected in here. Again, select What's New with Phones, Warp Text. You're going to get the faux bold style removed, which is fine. Again, you're going to go in to Flag. You're going to change the bend and the horizontal distortion and the vertical distortion. You can choose your own settings. You don't have to have the same settings that they specify. Do the same thing with music. And if you prefer to use a different setting, like I used Wave and I also used Flag, so you can choose a different setting if you'd like and change your numbers and experiment with how it works. And then again, save. Next, we're going to add some more guidelines so we can put in some more text. So I'm going to slide over a little bit because I know that my text is going to be on the right-hand side of the page. So I'm going to next drag in a guide from my left vertical ruler and put it about a 1/4 inch from the right side of the cover. So it's going to be at about 8 1/4 inches. Then I'm going to pull another vertical ruler down That should be about 2 inches from the top. And we should be ready to go.